honor roll and dean students. We're so glad to have you here. Let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Ron Bowman. I'm the Vice President of Student Development. And I'm happy to see all of our students here. And I can tell that we have a lot of our family and friends and supporters that are with us also. We're so happy that you are here. So if you are on the Dean's List or Honor Roll, would you stand up for just a moment so we can give you a round of applause to start. And now I'll give you a chance to give your friends and families a round of applause. How about that for their great support? I want to ask a question. If you're on the Dean's List or part-time honor roll, did you register at the front when you came in? Because today we're going to call your names and ask you to come up and get your certificates. If you didn't register, we won't call your name, so please move over that way if you haven't. They told me I needed to start today, or Marcia did. She usually tells me what I'm supposed to be doing sometimes, to write some kind of a speech for this as a welcome. And I was thinking about it, and after some work, I did come up with this. Congratulations. Down to just one word, I think. But really, congratulations to all of your outstanding accomplishments of earning all A's on your report card. I remember when I was a kid, I was so excited when I would run in the house and I'd have a report card with all A's, because I usually could turn that into a few bucks with my parents. But then sometimes it would say, that Ron, he talks too much in class. I hope that doesn't happen with you in class. But one more time, we're happy to say congratulations. When I said this to one of our students before, she told me, you're on the Dean's List again. And she says, no, it's not again. I'm still on the Dean's List. And I'm sure that this is not your first term for academic success. Summer 2010 is over, but it is still lingering along with us, because tonight we're here to celebrate that term and what you learned. Truly, what you acquired in 2010 will stay with you for life. It's not something that goes away. You gain important information there. Someday you'll be working on your doctorate and something will come back and you say, oh, I learned that in 2010 from this professor. It doesn't go away, because we have a lifelong learning process that we're involved in. I want to say best wishes to all of you, and I want you to keep your grades up, and let's do this again next term. What a great house. How many of you have been on the Dean's List previously to this celebration? Let's see how many hands we have there. That's great. A round of applause for you one more time. We've asked a couple of our professors to come tonight and say a few words to you and congratulate you. So I'd like to start with Dr. Thomas Hoffman. You'll come to the stage. Thank you.
Oh man, they gave way too many of you to other professors. I see some wonderful students that I had in my classes from psychology and other programs, but way too many of you were in my classes. This has got to stop. Those of you that I know, each and every one of you that's walked in the door, I said, yes, that's right. Because you have a trait that psychologists call conscientiousness. Conscientiousness is that inner will and that inner drive to do things well, to do things right. So that means if you come up to me and say, would you write me a letter of reference, each and every one of you that I know in this room, I'll say, came to class on time every time, got the papers in on time, active, leader in the class, all of those things. So that's one of the things that you are. And you are to be congratulated for that drive and that inner will to not only do things, but do things right and do things well. So good work. Now, I also want to argue that there's another trait that educators have introduced called lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is something that I've certainly done. I tabulated up. I've gotten 4 degrees after high school, from kindergarten all the way to my last degree. That's 25 years in school. So if you come up to me and say, oh God, 4 years, I'll go, dude. Now, mind you, I'll be doing that on the inside. On the outside, I'll be like, I know it's tough. But rest assured, I'll be going, dude. But really and truly, not to minimize that, what you've been through is amazing already. And yet, despite families that require important time and attention, despite jobs that require important time and attention, do you ever get any me time? Maybe so. And school has to go in there, and you've done well. Now, let me tell you a little bit more about lifelong learning, because I want to talk very briefly about the Masters in Mental Health program that's starting in January. Because that program is going to be a program that is going to be self-contained, that will train the person to be a licensed mental health therapist. And they'll be eligible for mental health licensing after the degree. It's pretty rigorous, and it's a 60-credit degree as the state of Florida requires, and it involves 1,000 hours of internship. But the reason I bring it up is that I know that one of the things that we're going to instill in the students in that program is that just because you're done with this master's, or just because, like me, you've been through 25 years of schooling, doesn't mean that you're done learning. I am forever pulling out peer-reviewed articles, and all of you that are on honors know what that means. So pulling out peer-reviewed articles and reading and making sure I keep learning every day, every week. So that process never stops. So once again, you are to be congratulated. We're very proud of you, and you should be very proud of yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hoffman, for those words of encouragement. I would also like to ask Dr. Andrew Weil from our Legal Studies program to come up and speak to you. Dr. Weil.
Thank you, Dr. Bowman. You ever had that moment where you get called on in class and you say, yeah, I agree with what he said? And truly, both of you guys have stated it very well, that the individuals in this room have earned something. I think that's what's important, earn. Not just give it to you. It's not a matter if you came to class, so therefore you obtained the grade. You had to do something. And in most cases, if not all cases, you had to do something a little above and beyond. And I know that there are some times when you're tired, worn out, had a busy week, those types of situations, and the last thing that you want to do is sit down and start working on homework. But you did. You did, and that's the key. I like to do endurance things. I like to run marathons, climb mountains, things of that nature. And the reason I bring that up is you have to work on small steps when you want to accomplish something big. And each day, each week, each month, each semester should be broken down into small little bits. And so that way you're not looking at the full picture saying, all right, 4 years, it's a lot to accomplish. No, it's 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 semester. And by doing that, just a little bit more and a little bit more, you get that momentum going because you're here. You've already accomplished something, and your academic abilities have shown that you have potential. Keep it rolling. Keep it going. Keep that momentum going because it's really worth it. I think a lot of the students here realize that to go on and do graduate school, teaching in the legal studies, many of my students have considered doing law school. And I know when I was a student, I was so worried about, a C was completely unforgivable. I couldn't do that. A B, I could do better than a B. And I was always so worried because I wanted to have something greater. And I've worked for it. I've worked for law school, and I've managed to go on, and now I get the opportunity, the pleasure to teach. So keep that in mind, that you have to make those little small steps and keep working towards the big picture. So that evening when you just want to go to bed early, that weekend when you don't want to do homework and you just want to play, have fun. Spend a little bit of time, organize your schedule out a little bit. We're setting up a master's program in the legal studies area, and it's something very new. And there's been times when I was thinking, okay, we don't have to worry about it this semester. Let's just push it back. Let's push it back. And instead it's no, because I know there are a lot of students who have told me, we'd like to have this particular program, okay? So then I'm the one coming in on the weekends and evenings and things like that, but a few hours here, a couple of days here, a few weeks there, and before I knew it, I had the program put together. So it's really nice to be able to work towards something and you have a goal. And you have to set that goal in your heart. Because it's great. I have numerous students out in the floor right now that I've had in class. And I'm proud of every single one of you, as well as those that I have not had. Because you've made that commitment, first sign up, came to Hodges, and then continuing on week after week, semester after semester. So keep it up, because the end goal will be graduation. And I always tell my students, even if you're not graduating, come to the ceremonies, because you'll really get an opportunity to see that end picture. You know, there is that light at the end of the tunnel way out there. So keep working at it, and you'll be proud of yourself as well. Thank you very much.
In the early history of our school, I was the only dean at the school. I was the dean of students. Then we began to add deans of our different academic programs, but I was still the dean of students. Now I'm not even that anymore. And that goes to Dr. Marcia Brooks, who's our dean of students. And I used to think that this was my list, but now I see it's not. In many ways, it belongs to all of us, and we're glad to have Marcia come up now. And I want to thank her and our student development team for putting everything together and organizing this for you, from creating your certificates and on. So let's give the Student Development Department a good hand.
Yes, thank you very much. And there are people behind the scenes that actually do these things for you. It just doesn't press a button and it happens. But I thank all the faculty and staff that are also here today. So if they could all stand, because there's a lot of you, faculty and staff members that are here. And we, each time we've been doing these, we have asked you for some input, and we've listened to what you say, just as we do when you do your evaluations in classes. And a lot of you have asked to be recognized personally, so we are going to do a quick ceremony here and call your name and ask you to come up and receive your certificate. So a new little twist, and we'll move this program along. But I'd like to ask Dr. Bowman if you would come back up here to the stage, and Dr. Brock. Dr. Brock is the Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs, and some of you have likely met her in some of your classes. So they will assist in our delivery of your certificate. So let's begin. We are going to start with the Dean's List students. And first is Mika Augustine. Anna Barbosa. Oscar Passaro. Raymond Viner. Martin Bernal. Raphael Bukel. Manuel Demar. Michael Ecker. Anna Edwards. Robert Elsessier. Mandy Ellen Goldenberg Perry. Pamela Evans. David Gonzalez. Janine Goodison. Deborah Hagan. Robert Jackson. No Robert Jackson. Faith Little. Sonia Marr. Tina Miriam. Nestor Nevis. Jennifer Odom. Robert Olson. Yindra Parker. Ronald Powell. Diana Reina Lopez. Nancy Ramos. Our future graduate. Michael Riddle. Right out. Deanna St. Bill. Scott Steinberg. Ni Thai Han Tran. Chandra Washington. Patricia Watson Jones. Dominic Zamet. Okay, now our next group of students are the students that are on our part-time honor roll. And for our guests, the Dean's Lists are students who have earned a 3.5 grade point average or higher for the term and are going full-time taking 12 credits or more. Our part-time honor roll are students who take 8 credits and need to have a 4.0 grade point average in order to be on this list of recognition. So first one on part-time honor roll is Michelle Benton. Shiara Betancourt. Letitia Blakely. Marie Bordeaux. Corey Bazovsky. Kira Brown. Sharon Bunch. Jocelyn Cadet. David Fairman. Louise Gigliotti. Justine Grants. Maylene Hernando Sexto. Darby Jones. Yara Marie. Pamela Pular. Henry Rodriguez. Karen Stancliffe. James Tanner. And Shannon Thomas. Did Robert Jackson return to the room? No. Congratulations, everyone. We are as proud of you as you are of yourselves, so please give yourselves one more round of applause. By chance, did anyone come in that we did not call? We would not want to do that and miss you. Okay. I am going to turn the podium microphone over to Dr. Brock, who's going to share a little information about some of the materials that are on your tables. We've left you hot off the press, Panther Press, that's got some exciting things that are happening for the month of November, and some information about the School of Professional Studies, based along with what Dr. Hoffman and Dr. Weil shared with you, and the activities that are, the new programs that are being offered. And Dr. Brock is going to share some information about what you see in there on QEP and the honors program.
QEP, do you all know what that means? Good by now. Quality Enhancement Plan. That is something that we are required to do by our accreditation SACs, and it's a new methodology that they've come up with to try to make the accrediting process more collegial And what that is supposed to do is we're supposed to identify as a university an area where we can improve student learning. And so we want your input. We know we do a good job, we think we do a good job, but we can always do a better job. So the Quality Enhancement Plan allows you to submit ideas to us about how we can improve student learning at Hodges University. So please feel free to submit your plans. The information about how to do it is in the materials. The honors program is something that we started for those students, probably many of you in the room today, who do well in their studies and want to do a little more than what is required of the courses. We have an honors program which you can sign up for. You need to contact your program chair on what you need to do. But this allows you to take certain courses that have an honors designation, and then that will appear on your transcript that says you have graduated from the honors program in accounting or business or whatever you choose. So please look into that because that will help you in your future. And again, please give us any ideas on how we can improve your student learning. Thank you.
In student development, we have a chance to meet our students when they first start school, and we call that orientation. Probably all of you went through the orientation process. Then while you're in school, we have many ways that we try to serve you through our clubs and organizations, dealing with personal concerns with students, and events such as this in our special recognitions. We also tell you at orientation that we're hoping to have a lifelong process with you, and part of that is that after you graduate, we're hoping to get you involved in our Alumni Association. Our Alumni Association has not been at the height of its glory in the last few years, to say the least, but we've appointed a new president, Miss Wendy Gehring. I'm asking her to come up and say hello to you, and you're going to be seeing quite a number of initiatives in this area. We hope will get you involved. So, Miss Wendy Gehring.
Thank you, Dr. Bowman. I am also a graduate of Hodges University, obviously. I'm almost a three-time graduate. So I understand the personal and professional challenges that everyone faces in pursuit of your educational goals. And you should all be commended because not only do you meet those challenges, but you've done it very, very well or you wouldn't be here today. So give yourselves a round of applause.
I just want to close and again, thank you all for all that you do and working very hard, and thank the family members who are here with you today and friends. Without our support, we don't get very far, and so you are as deserving of that certificate as your student is. I did mention a couple of things that are on your table. We also do have an event this Sunday, a student leadership recognition event for students who have been involved in our clubs and organizations and in diversity initiatives in our Hispanic Institute. So if anyone would like to come, we'll be back here in this room again for 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, and you're all welcome to attend. We'd love to see some of you here back with us. We do have some award winners in our crowd here, and congratulations, and we'll see you again on Sunday. On the other side of the stand on the tables is also information about a career week. Next week we have lots of activities planned, combining our career development office along with our student clubs and organizations, and bringing you speakers to share information about careers and opportunities. So please come and participate. That information is for both here, Fort Myers, and our Naples campus. So that is all I have to share with you today. Again, congratulations. Please stay and enjoy a few additional refreshments and snacks, and we'll look forward to seeing you all again next term, and the new students that we'll have that will be joining us as well. Congratulations, everybody.